first up is going to be Bengaluru versus Gujarat. This match is happening in Ahmedabad. It's match number 45. Well, Gujarat really is playing for it all, and Bengaluru is going in very happy because it almost feels like they have no pressure on them now. We saw that in the last match. So they're going in happy, just wanting to play good cricket, have some good fun. But Gujarat has to play for a victory.
Yeah, well, they can join that 10-point table. They can jump up a couple of spots. Their net run rate, it'll get them where, might probably still get them to 6th only, above Chennai. But it's must-win time for Gujarat as well, I think. And the last team you want to be playing is a Bengaluru team who really don't have anything to play for. And they can play with that freedom. They were far too good for the Sunrisers, and in an encounter where you just looked at it and you thought that's how you kind of think they should be playing. That's how you want them to play. So, for Gujarat, it's must-win territory. For Bengaluru, it's just let's play the spoilers. Let's continue to play spoilers again.
Joyita, for Gujarat, do you think there's been too much pressure on Gill and, he's not really been able to go and get that big one?
Yeah, and their problem is that they also, Hardik has hurt both teams.
True.
He's not performed for Mumbai and he's left a gaping hole which Gujarat is finding very difficult to fill. So they tried it. First they went with Omar Zai. He didn't work. They got rid of him. They went for a specialist bowler. Now they've gone back to Omar Zai again. They're trying desperately to plug that hole in the batting. They've got such a big batting hole. The bowling hole is there with Shami not there. So look, the fact that they are 4 and 5 with this team is actually quite creditable given the fact that they're missing so many weapons. But Simon's absolutely right. There is pressure on them because they still have a chance of qualifying, whereas Bangalore is going to play with total freedom. And the difference, you just see the difference when you are playing with total freedom. Say a Will Jacks, the way he's playing. And if a Virat feels that, okay, there's nothing to do this year, I'll have to look at next year, he'll just go for it.
Let's
just correct you on one point, Joy. He didn't hurt 2 teams, he hurt 3. Because Bengaluru had no idea how to play green either at the time. So that swap trade didn't work either for them. No, he basically hurt 3 teams in one. Good effort. Strike 3, brother, you're out.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Well done, Simon, well done.
3 teams, absolutely.
Yeah. Let's have a look at Gujarat's squad if we can. I just want to understand, maybe should they try getting Wade in for Ridhiman Saha? We've spoken about how the balance changes things around, get Rashid up the order, or just change things around, or is that too desperate?
I think Saha did the job for them in the last game, to be fair to him. So I would leave him there. The one that they could leave out is Omar Zai. And maybe try and get Wade or Williamson in as a batter.
Okay.
And see how they go from that front. Omar Zai has sort of gone, he hasn't got the runs. They bought him to be a genuine all-rounder. He's bowled okay, but he hasn't got the runs for them. So maybe just take a bowler, take the all-rounder out, get by with your 5 bowlers, bring a local impact player in as your bowling sub, a Kartik Tyagi, someone along those lines, and get by with Williamson or with Matthew Wade. I think that would be the better way to go for me, rather than leaving Saha out. I'd leave Omar Zai out and get another overseas batter in.
All right, Joy.
Yeah, I totally agree with him. You're going to likely, Gujarat is also a large ground.
Yeah.
So you're likely to see 3 spinners operating, Sai Kishore also operating. So if you do that, you have 3 spinners. Ridhiman's a great keeper to spin.
Yeah.
And it makes a difference, okay? So keep him there. He also got runs in the last match. For me also, Omar Zai goes out. I would just swap him straight for a batter. And at this point in time, I'd probably go for Wade over Williamson, just because Wade starts a bit faster than Williamson does. That's all. And they need a little bit more acceleration. See, one of their other problems is that Miller's not giving them as much.
Yes.
So definitely, those were the only changes I'd think of, and just Indian bowler, play another Indian bowler.
Yeah, unless there's can we just have the team back one more time? Unless there's an option to bring in a local batter.
You can bring in Vijay Shankar.
Abhinav
Manohar, yeah.
Maybe get him in and leave Omar Zai out and get Spencer Johnson.
Interesting.
Into the mix. If they wanted to go that way, I guess they could do that.
Yeah.
A Josh Little, Spencer Johnson type way, and bring in Abhinav Manohar or Vijay Shankar into that role. That'd be the only other way, but I'd probably prefer the overseas batter. But they could also go with the overseas bowler and bring in a local batter.
And for Bengaluru then, do you think Karan Sharma, Swapnil get in, or like just have fun, change things around? What do you think Bengaluru can do?
Oh, I don't think they change now. I mean, they've won after a month. I'm not sure they changed things. It was a tidy
Red
performance.
letter day.
Yeah, tidy performance the other day. So I think just leave it as it was.
Stick to what they played.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we'll have a look at the Bengaluru squad. But like Simon's saying, stick to the same squad when you finally got a victory in. Don't change things around.
I think though the only thing I'd look at is honestly, because Gujarat doesn't bat very deep, I wouldn't mind seeing a Reece play in instead of a Lockie, and saying, can we take wickets up front?
Yeah.
Because I mean they'll be vulnerable up front because they don't have the longest batting order, and we've been talking about their batting fragility.
Yes.
So I'd like to see a fast bowler who attacks up front rather than somebody who attacks in the middle.
It's a good point.
Okay, Simon and Joyda, your players to watch out for.
Oh, goodness me. For RCB, seeing as how we just talked about him briefly, Cameron Green.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting.
Needs, if he can fire at the back end, he might just be held on to.
And
Yeah, for me, Rajat Patidar. I mean, I just think, again, he's a super player of spin, okay? And if you look at the other side, you're likely to face 10 to 12 overs of spin between Noor, Rashid and Sai Kishore. So he's a critical player because remember, even now, Virat tends to get bogged down against spin. And so he's the key to unlocking the spin mystery for me.
not a bad choice at all. 3 half centuries in the last 4 games. So for Gujarat then.
I'm hoping that Riddhiman Saha's last innings just kicks on for the back half of the tournament for them. He's still an absolutely brilliant wicketkeeper, and he still is required behind the stumps because they've got the quality of Noor and Rashid, and if Sai Kishore has to bowl. So hopefully he gets runs again at the top, and his keeping will never ever let you down.
Yes.
I'll go with his partner Shubman because I feel that his batting sets the tone for their entire innings, and if he does well, it's very important for them. So yeah.